So far, here is your belt tensioner slash idler pulley, all in one. If you're having trouble routing this belt back on, get you the biggest extension you can buy, even if it's Harbor Freight. Get you a socket that'll fit on your 14. This happens to be a Craftsman 7/8. Is a 14. You're gonna need something where the 14 actually curves and can actually be placed onto your 14 millimeter retaining bolt for your tensioner, as well as, you know, it can walk this thing out the way. It can hang like that, and what you can do is you can use your own body weight and your shoulder to keep this thing in place. With one arm, one armpit, you can make sure it doesn't go anywhere, and you can pull on this thing and make it flex. See, you can make it flex with your armpit, your body weight, and you could go all the way down and actually try to set this belt how you want it. And then if you have a problem where if you checking it down there and it's a little bit towards the alternator, well, the good thing about this system is you can just move a pulley and walk this thing. You know what I'm saying? You could walk this belt. Well, when you have the tensioner pulled like this, you can actually walk the belt. And I had to do that for the water pump portion because it was a little bit too close to the timing case. So with the assistance of a little BS breaker bar, I mean, you could use a socket and a deep socket as an extension for this. And a deep socket 12, I was able to get onto the head of bolt number 1. I was able to get onto the head of bolt number 2 underneath the power steering pump, and bolt 3 was inside of the actual pump, which was a 12 also. So let me get this straight. The power steering bolts that secure the power steering pump, I guess, somehow sandwiched that tensioner to where it's supposed to go, unless it's just blocking it. So you know what that means. Just take it off, keep the lines connected, and just undo everything. Set the power steering pump on top of the engine out the way. You might have to undo that bolt back there, and then you can see what you're doing. So rundown from bottom to top. Power steering reservoir, take it off of its slide, move it out the way, get your 14 box end, and put it on that tensioner bolt, move it forward to have the tensioner go backwards, slip the belt off, undo the bolts, at least 2 of them that hold the power steering pump in, those 2 long ones. Undo this little 10 that belongs right here. As you can see, it looks like it's a clamp that sandwiches down to that point right there. And then now you should be able to move the power steering pump out of the way. Careful of your alternator. If you got your ground still on the car, maybe you want to take your ground off as a precaution because you don't know what's energized and what's not. Wow, this power steering is really bad. It's not being held by nothing down there, and I could have sworn I put fluid in there, but I guess I gotta take care of that. So what I'll do now is I'll disconnect the battery in the ground because I don't trust nothing. And then I have access to bolt number 1, and then the main bolt should. After that, it should come off. Let's get it. So apparently there's a dowel back there, because how else am I able to do this unless there's another bolt? I feel one. I feel a bolt. Now I feel one. It's right up under this area here. And hopefully I could get to that without switching to a shallow 12. Let's see. Okay, not bad for a first time try. So I got a kind of like a deep socket on a 1/4 inch drive of a 12, and right back there, right on that corner, is the last 12. Now this thing is like, oh yeah, I'm ready, I've been waiting for you. I got a song for when you gotta go through a lot of threads and you only got but so much space to work. Tedious bullshit, la la la. Tedious bullshit, la 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 la. Come here. Stop giving Daddy a hard time. Sometimes you gotta talk to your car. I see threads down there. So, even if everything is like coated in oil and dirt, you can find out where you need to go. You know? It's self-explanatory sometimes. Like, just, there we go. Where'd they go? Congratulations. No dowels, just tensioner. Alright. Do you think one is original or not? I don't know. This one says Littens. Doesn't say Honda, doesn't say anything like. Ooh, that's quiet right there. Alright. It's time for the repair. So I started with the bolt that was hidden. I kind of had to like feather it in there with 2 fingers, you know, try to reach back there. I mean, you could try with just the socket and try to walk it in. You might have to jiggle this thing around a little bit or kind of pull it back from being so close. Once you get it started, or it feels like it started, try another one. Line that one up, just, you know, finger tighten it, because the one in the back kind of matters the most, because that's the hardest one to get to. So if that one ain't right, but the others are right, you're eating away at some threads back there. So try your best not to tighten all of these until at least all of them seem like they're seated correctly and are accepting the thread, especially if you separate them and you're putting them back in the hole that it came from. It should be a no-brainer. So listen to the feel in your hands. Or else you'd be cross-threading something and not even knowing it, or snapping it off into something, and then now you got another issue. A non-stop rattle. Okay, I got a foundation pan there. That's the foundation of pans. Then I got this, there's no oil in it, so got this one. I think it's a gallon, a little over 2 gallons now. We come up half-sided, and it's in the middle of your vehicle. See how there's a splash guard missing from the trans side? So you like come up, you're gonna see the plastic pet cock. Now, I had to use something like this and go on the flat side of it and kind of like turn it all together, so that way it don't crack. So when it start moving counterclockwise, as like with most bolts, just do it slowly, get to everything ready. You have to feel by hand, and you should have, little by little, start getting it. Alright, now let's see how much coolant comes out. Seems like there's like really nothing in there. Oh boy. My phone getting wet, brother. Maybe it's supposed to come all the way out, but I'm happy with that. It's draining. So what I'll do is I'll let that continuously drain, and then I'll go ahead and put some distilled water in it, even if it's just a gallon, whatever. Put it in there, close it back up, let the system pressurize, hit it. When the fans turn on, hit that sucker. Basically go back under there and flush it. I got 2 gallons of blue, so it's like even if I waste a little bit of blue to make sure I clean everything out, peace of mind, whatever. So this is what I got with the petcock fully out, and yes, a lot more comes out. It's best to have a foundation pan, big ass bucket, because the oil bucket is like for, you know, pulling up and going down, not for a full splash. So yeah, almost there. You gotta watch some Honda pour. Look at that beautiful stuff. I don't care, I got 2 gallons. Something knocking down there like crazy. I don't know what it is. They're like, nah, 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 nah. Maybe it's liquid top. Maybe it's the harmonic balancer too. Come on, fans. So I filled it up to where the coolant was burping itself, and it looked like it had enough coolant. I squeezed the hoses while the engine was cold, and the petcock is not leaking. Waiting for the fans to turn on. So here's what I propose. Being that the fans didn't kick on after the idle normalized, and being that the temperature of the coolant, which is good that it was reading, started to creep up closer to that caution symbol or hot water symbol, I'd rather just take another look in here, fill it with coolant, because you never know if you never know. Step back. All right. I should kind of like lift the vehicle's front and kind of let everything rock to the back. That usually helps bring up the bubbles, because this might take a long time of like squeezing the hose and all that. We'll see, we'll see. Coolant is steady. Okay, where's the fans at? Okay, it takes a while. It takes a while for the fans to kick in, but at least coolant is steady. And like I said, if you go back to my videos about the Maxima, and I don't talk this loud. Hello, who the heck talks this loud in their freaking driveway anyway? Bro, relax. Like, it's videos that just, you can follow along by sight about what obviously I'm trying to do. I'm just sharing it. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a freelance. I'm not a mechanic by day and something else by night. This is just a learner's hobbyist doing my own part for myself, not other people. I might help people that know what they're doing, and I might be like their student, their apprentice. Like, okay, this goes here, that go there. Oh, that's how you drop an engine, blah, blah, blah. But no, y'all already know the real. If you're not cut from that cloth like all the way, then you're basically living in the shadow of people that are. And you're just going to be like a novice, you know, somebody that's practicing, trying to, do what they can for them and their family. That's it. So, take it easy with the comments about, you need to speak up. Dude, we can't hear you. Bro, there's YouTube channels from back in the early 2000s where we enjoyed that they shared the music video and all these other things, the games that they used to play, like gameplays and stuff like that. And the videos used to be grainy as I don't know what. The cell phone videos back then was like, oh my gosh, what is that? You might as well delete this by now. And people used to get hundred thousands of views just for sharing, for like-minded individuals. When you share, you don't gotta worry about likes. I ain't worried about likes. I ain't worried about monetization. I'm just sharing. I'll shut that whole channel down. I don't give a damn. But I like to just share my story, share what I went through. I'm not gonna answer those comments. I see it, I'm gonna be like, thumbs up for you. It's kind of like I'm gonna bless you. Thumbs up to everybody with a crazy ass comment that I don't really, does nothing for me. Takes no money out of my pocket. Takes no energy from me. I can laugh at it and be like, yeah, thumbs up to that guy. Ooh, you had the energy to type all that? Ooh, spicy. Ooh, checking over rice. Alright, bro, you know what time it is. May I get to Amsoil? I take 520. So, damn, it's kind of expensive. Fuck it. Ooh, I think in the court out there got the case of the freshies. Yeah, my son got a case of the freshies. Ooh, you fresh. Alright, so I mean, before putting the wheel on, it makes the oil change easier because you could access the oil pan right through the passenger side. You can actually see it coming out. Ew. Now this oil's been sitting in there for 9 months. A little bit over 9 months, you know. I think I need to check my wheel. Bye-bye, K&N. And I still had to use oil pliers, oil filter pliers. For everybody else, that means channel locks, right? Ew, I hate the way it just drips down the back of the block. Man, this thing takes a beating. Oh man. Let's see. Maybe I should adjust that pan a little bit. Yeah. Because the gloves is green, that means you're on the winning team. Come on. How many threads? Alright, cool. Not really up in this thing. Just a little dribble of what I think is oil. Let it drop. It'll be okay. I like how they had this whole thing sealed. Like, it's kind of like opening some kind of pricey juice or coffee and be like, you know you're getting something brand new. That's not pushed back on the shelf. Honda. Ooh, lots of language on here. They're telling you what to do. Made in Japan. I don't know if that's OEM, but hey, it's coming in a nice clear. It makes you want to buy another one. Maybe I'll just get them all from Honda or order them. But you got to be careful which one's knockoffs. Oh, stop it. Oh yeah, do I pre-fill this? Well, it goes on sideways. Look at that core. Oh, that's a nice core. Let me just oil up the ring. Some Amsoil. Ow. I think everything cool is going to be Honda Blue. Blue coolant, blue oil filter. I wonder. Okay. It's on there. Back of the motor, I use the wheel brush and try to wash up a whole bunch of nonsense. That's not going to do much, but on with it. Now, because of the shape of this bottle, I guess they measured as each quart. So let's see, 520, right? Make sure 520. All right. What did it say? Motor oil. Come on, man. Ooh, pour like a honey. Pour like a honey. Drain bolt is in. Drain bolt is in.